So the 2024 NBA draft, we have seen a little bit from these players. Again, this is a way too early grading, just like I've done a way too early redraft a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to be doing a way too early grading of these players. But look, they have played, 2 months of the rookie year? So at the end of the day, it's really like, we're just seeing the start of their careers. You never know. You really just never know. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this, subscribe. We're doing Hoopsmas, which we're uploading 10 videos every single day on this channel for Hoopsmas. And we are going for 10K by the end of the month. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe though. We are trying to get 6.8K by the end of the day. We are only literally one off. If we could hit that, that'd be absolutely insane. So for the first time in a while, my camera has actually just stopped working. So we are going to the backup camera right here for this video, where you can unfortunately see all the boxes I have down below me right here. So anyway, we are going to be looking at the draft. So Zachary Risacher was the first pick. Strengths was he was a versatile wing, ability to shoot on the move, competitiveness, versatile defensively, and he lacks ideal length and strength. While he shows the ability as a passer, he's in early development as a shot creator. They're not too wrong. Like, I actually don't think they're too wrong. Hawks conducted a thorough process. So I would say, honestly, if you're asking me about who I like, would I still take him at number 1? Yeah. But if you're asking me like letter grade, I'm only going I'm only literally going A through F, no pluses and minuses. I'd actually go B. I'll go B right here for Zachary Risacher because his shooting's just been so poor. His defense has translated a bit. The guy has actually been pretty good. Hasn't been spectacular or anything as a player, but I do think he's been good enough that you can't really give him any lower than a B. Then we got Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr is one of the worst shooting bigs in the history of the sport. The guy, I'm not joking when I say this, the guy literally shoots like 36% as a center. It is not good. Yeah, he's been a good shot blocker, I guess. Show flashes of potential as a ball handler, passer, and jump shooter. He's not good at any of those things. I think he's an athletic shot blocker. And look, Alex Sarr's potential, I don't think he'll ever live to the potential, reach that potential. I'm really not high on Alex Sarr, but up to this point in the season, C. If he was on a team that was not literally trying to capture the flag, he will be getting no burn. C. He hasn't been horrendous, but C. Reed Sheppard. Reed Sheppard was superb in preseason. He, at this point in time, has not really cracked the rotation. Not only has he not cracked the rotation, he's not done anything really when he's gotten into the game. Like, Reed Sheppard is a good player. Don't get it twisted. He's a good player, but he's averaging 3.7 points per game. And his percentages they're not terrible. 35% from 3, but 36% from the field. He's not been great. At this point in the year, look, I think he's in a bad situation. I think he's going to be fine. But if we're grading how he's been playing, just because he hasn't played, I'll give him a C. But he hasn't been good. He hasn't. Like, even if you want to be as generous as possible, you can't judge him based on the Summer League. Sure, what's his name? Oh, what was the dude's name? He won Summer League with Jeremy Lin. Or not Jeremy Lin, Jesus. With Damian Lillard. Josh Selby. Josh Selby, that was his name. He won a Summer League MVP. But then, with the 4th pick, Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle has been everything expected. You can see here, point guard. He's been okay as a point guard. But for me, his shooting's been a bit better than expected. Like 27% from beyond the arc. He's shooting better than that from 3 in the NBA. He's still not a good shooter, but it's been slightly better than expected. He's the best defender in this class as far as on-ball defense is concerned. And he's been arguably one of the 2 or 3 best players for the Spurs. A. This is my first A of the draft class. I think in a redraft, there's a good chance Stephon Castle goes number 1. I think he's superb. Actually, maybe not because they've got Dyson Daniels, but still. Ron Holland for the Pistons. He can't shoot. It was a bad decision. It was bad at the time and bad in hindsight. You know it's bad when, like, a decision's bad in both. Like, you can make bad decisions at the time, but that are fine in hindsight. Or you can make bad decisions that decisions that are good in hindsight that might have seemed strange at the time. Like, for example, the Celtics getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and trading the 1 pick to get all Fultz. Either way, though, Ron Holland is doing exactly what was expected. Not shooting and being a decent defender, being a good wing. But I'm going D. The Pistons do not need Ron Holland. I don't think he's terrible. The Pistons don't need him. They didn't need Ron Holland at the time. They still don't need Ron Holland. That's the reality of the situation. Tishan Salone has barely played. If there was like a not applicable, you could give it to him because he's a project player. And I don't like grading project players, but you got to grade it on how he's been so far, and it's C maybe. He hasn't done anything. Like, he hasn't done anything good or bad. If there's a not applicable, you can maybe give that to him. You can honestly give him C, D, E. It doesn't really matter. He's not meant to be good right now. He was a project player. Best days are in front of him. He's finished last season better than he started. Carved out a significant role. He is going to be a player. He's just not a player right now. Donovan Clingan. I like how Donovan Clingan's been playing. He's an elite shot blocker. He's an elite rebounder. Gives you nothing on offense. But I do think that by the end of the season, if they can get off DeAndre Ayton, he'll be their starting center. I'll go B for Clingan. I actually think Clingan's been nice. I think he's been not spectacular, but in a draft where people were talking about just getting role players, I think he's been really, really good, and as expected. Rob Dillingham started to play a little bit more, so I'm not going to go and give Rob Dillingham, like, he's actually had a couple of good games. His stats aren't ideal. I would have given him a D and if he wasn't playing at all, but he's gotten in. He hasn't been bad. Rob Dillingham's not been bad. I'll give him a C. Honestly, I'll give the guy a C grade. Like, I think that he'll be one of those guys that is... I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be better in a couple of years, but he's just in a situation where he's never really going to play that much in Minnesota. Zach Edey is in the opposite situation. If he went to some teams, he wouldn't play, but he's been, at times, a starter. Like, he's a shooter. Like, the guy is starting to shoot the ball right now. And Zach Edey, he's a starting center for a good team. But I don't think he's been Stephon Castle good, so I'll go B. I think he's had some really good games. He's been good on the inside. He still gets cooked in space. But I like Zach Edey. I think he's probably been better than Clingan so far. And the two Giants. Now, Cody Williams, this is the first player where I'm like, yeah. This is the first guy that is just not being good whatsoever. Like, Cody Williams this season is averaging... He's been getting burned. He is averaging 3 points a game on 18% from 3, 26% from the field, and 18.7 minutes a game. Like, there is no better tank commander in the NBA right now than Cody Williams. And at this time in his NBA career, F. Like, I've watched the Jazz a few times. He's been terrible. Like, he's genuinely been absolutely terrible. You can bear, like, he's awful. And could he be good? Yeah. Maybe. But, like, he's already been assigned to the G League. He's already been sent down. At this point in time, F. Like, and people were talking about him going number 1 at one stage in last year's college. Matas Buzelis, I would have given him like a C if this was a couple of weeks ago, but he's actually starting to play a little bit better. I'll go B, but like in a redraft, he might go higher than 11. I think he might. He does have a lot of potential. And like, the guy's blocked me on Twitter, so there's no reason for me to say any good things about Matas Buzelis. But at the same time, he's someone that has had enough good games. Maybe I'll go C. Maybe C is okay. Because he's had enough good games recently where I'm like, maybe he's looking like he could be a player. I'll go C. I don't know why I went B. He's just had one. Like, he just had that like 14-point game where I'm like, maybe he'll be getting better. Yeah, let's go C. B was definitely gassing it based on me just watching one really good game from. Topic and Devin Carter. Is Devin Carter back, actually? If he is, I haven't seen any of him to judge him. No, Devin Carter's not back. Topic is out for the year. They knew that when they were drafting Topic. Bob Carrington. I think he's been the better of the Washington rookies. I'll go B for Bob Carrington. He's just going to be a good point guard. That's simply put what Bob Carrington's going to be. He's going to be a good, solid, safe pair of hands from the point guard. Might start, might be a backup. I think he'll be a more than capable player in the league. He's been the better of the two Wizards rookies. So, Kel'el Ware. I hate to say this because I was so hyped about Kel'el Ware in preseason. And Kel'el Ware has done very little. He hasn't even got a shot, though, because he is playing behind Bam. And Miami don't normally play young rookies, especially young rookie forwards. They might play young rookie guard. I gave Reed Sheppard a C, basically based on his Summer League preseason performances and the fact that when he's been given an extended run, at times he's looked good. Well, even though it wasn't in the NBA, if I'm giving Reed Sheppard a C, I'm giving Kel'el Ware a C. Probably should be a D, and Reed Sheppard probably should be a D as well. But he doesn't play enough. He barely gets... I'm just judging it by potential and some flashes. Like, he is averaging, like, over a half a block a game in 6 minutes. He's averaging nearly 2 rebounds a game in 6 minutes a game. So I'm like, it's not like he's been terrible when he's on the floor. Oh, it's really tough. I'll go C. It could easily be a D. And the big reason why I'm going past the lottery is for Jared McCain. Jared McCain, he's slowed down. He's coming off the bench. And I think at this stage, he genuinely might be overtaken for Rookie of the Year by Stephon Castle very soon. But there's no question about it. Jared McCain's been an A. He is a good shooter. Other than a couple of games, he's been efficient. He can create. He can pass. He does a bit of everything. He's just a good guy as well. I'll go with him here with A. No doubt about that. And the next player is Dalton Knecht. Dalton Knecht is the third best player on a pretty decent team. Like, the Lakers aren't really title contenders. They might fluke it and get to win a playoff series or two, but they're not major title contenders. Even still, their third best player is Dalton Knecht. The Rookie of the Year is going to be very close between Knecht, between Jared McCain, between the literal 16th, 17th picks, and the 4th pick in Stephon Castle. Obvious A for Dalton Knecht. To be fair, everybody thought Dalton Knecht was going to be the steal of the draft. Everyone called him the steal of the draft when it happened. And yeah, he's been probably the steal of the draft, either him or McCain. Other players that I've been liking from this class, Tristan da Silva. I think he's been good for the Magic. But I'll go B for Tristan da Silva. Who else have I liked from this class? Ryan Dunn at times has been really, really nice for Phoenix. Probably started off as an A. For his pick, for like the pick he was in, you can definitely go A. But for me, I'll go B. Why is the picture of Ryan Dunn gone? There we go. You can go B for that. For one of the steals of the draft, considering where he was drafted. And then for the second round, it's not even here. But like Jalen Wells and stuff have been really good from the second round. If you want to go round 2, Jalen Wells has been good. Kolek has been all right for a second round pick. He's been all right. But like Jalen Wells has been superb for a second round pick. An obvious A. I think at times Pala Larson has been decent enough when he's been on the floor. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the 2024 grading of the NBA draft. Picks 1 through 17, minus the 2 guys that haven't played. So anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.